What's going on YouTube? Mick Fleerbees here, bringing you some new fantasy content released by EA within this last hour. And today we have the two new fantasy heroes of this week, offensive and defensive. Now, although it's a bit blurry, you might be able to tell that on the left side we have Antonio Brown, who's a 94 wide receiver, Pittsburgh Steelers, 97 catch in traffic, which is an upgrade from his 95 catch in traffic on his road to the playoff card. A bit less obvious, we have Jason Pierre-Paul on the right side, the Giants' right end, who's also a 94 overall and who happens to have 97 finesse move. Now, both of these players, well, fantasy heroes, both had great weeks. Jason Pierre-Paul had 7 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and a forced fumble, and Antonio Brown had 10 plus receptions and 120 plus receiving yards, which helps him maintain his NFL record of consecutive games with 50 plus yards and 5 plus receptions. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Antonio Brown, but I'm a bit disappointed Le'Veon Bell has not been getting any love recently. He is the best halfback in the league this year. Of course, Jamal Charles, of course, Matt Forte, of course, Arian Foster, LaShawn McCoy, the list goes on. They're all halfbacks that are better than them. Than Le'Veon in general, but this year Le'Veon is having a fantastic season, and he's only a sophomore. And the funniest part about it is he has over 550 carrying attempts. Now, I'm leaving out receptions. I'm leaving that out. I'm talking just straight carries, and he only has 1 career fumble. Now, if that isn't impressive, then you're just, I don't know. I just think that's insane, and Le'Veon Bell deserves some better cards, so hopefully toward the end of the year we're going to see the 97 Le'Veon Bell. But let's hop into the next subject of this video. I want to talk about my new series, Pack and Play, and I'm going to bring up the rules and regulations and ideas and everything after I show you this quick little infographic of Antonio Brown I whipped up. So yeah, very quickly I just wanted to show you this quick little road to the playoff Antonio Brown. He has 94 speed, 94 agility, 86 awareness, 94 route running, and you can read the rest probably. And I'm just showing you some possible stat upgrades that are worth noting that might be considered or taken into effect on this new Antonio Brown fantasy hero. Now, possibly an upgrade in speed and spectacular catch, definitely the catch in traffic like you saw in the last picture, and an awareness and agility boost. But now let's hop into this pack and play idea. Now, I know it's very popular in the FIFA community to do pack and play, maybe under a different name like Nick 2018 does pack odds and stuff, but I want to do my own pack and play. I know Ryan did one for Madden 25. I don't know if he still does Madden 15, but this is my idea. I want a different twist on it. I want to have fun with it. I'm not the best Madden player, so winning games by points, determining my packs really isn't going to be the most fun for me. So here's some rules I was thinking of. I'm going to have 1 offensive and 1 defensive captain per se, and it's going to be theoretically a captain. Obviously, I'm not going to use a captain card, but it's going to be my splurge card, my captain of each offense and defense. Now, I was thinking definitely for offense is going to be MVP Le'Veon Bell. One of my favorite players on the Steelers right now because he's been putting in that work. And I would say Antonio Brown, but a wide receiver can't really be the captain of your team. So Le'Veon Bell's my definite, and my defense is going to either be Eric Berry or Joe Hayden at a defensive back, which I would love to do. But if I cannot figure out which defender I want to do, maybe a linebacker, I think I might just do a double offensive captain and Antonio Brown, the new fantasy hero that's coming out. But let me know if you guys think that is fair, because I don't really know if it is. I think it might be, but it might not be. I don't really know. I'm kind of confused. I need your suggestions, and I'm thinking this might not be fair, and I don't want to start off with too much of an overpowered team. I want you guys to see my struggle and my build-up and my pack and play. So next thing is only for the first game. Now, I'm sorry I didn't really specify in this infographic, but only for the first game will every touchdown or 200 plus all-purpose yards gotten with Le'Veon Bell will equal 1 pack. And every forced fumble or interception with my defensive player will equal a pack. If I return that fumble for a touchdown or an interception for a touchdown, it adds another pack. So I didn't really need to put 2 packs because I'm thinking about it now. It's kind of overpowered. But also, another thing I might want to do is, instead of it being like Ryan's version, if you get 7 points, you get 7 packs or whatever, the 1 possession game is 1 pack. I think it would be cool if you guys commented in-game challenges. Now, I'm not saying do a 720 hurdle with Mike Evans when dropping the ball. I'm saying, like, get 200 plus reception yards with Nate Washington, or get a hurdle with Mike Wallace to get a touchdown. I mean, that's actually a little... it's got to be realistic. Maybe like 250 receiving yards with Le'Veon Bell, or force 2 fumbles, and that would equal 1 or 2 extra packs, along with some other scoring system. And one more wager sort of thing I thought would be better is if you lose, I quick sell the most recent player I just acquired. I think that would be really cool, as well as my dog barges into my room listening to this video. But I don't know, you guys gotta let me know. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope you guys are looking forward to these I almost said Monday Night Heroes, these fantasy heroes as I am. Please leave some suggestions for pack and play in the comments below. Sorry for my 2-month hiatus, I was very busy. But once again, thank you guys for watching. McFlurpy's out. Peace. Right when I was about to shut off my computer and upload this video, all the fantasy cards just got released, so I'm going to show you these cards. And we have Timmy Jernigan, a Ravens defensive tackle, 85 overall, who had 5 quarterback hits and led them to a win over the Jaguars. So he got a fantasy card, and I don't like the Ravens, so he doesn't... I don't know, it doesn't look good to me. And Harry Douglas, 85 overall, wide receiver for the Falcons, who had 131 yards, 10 catches, and I believe a touchdown against my Steelers. Next is Bakari Rambo, who had 2 interceptions off of Aaron Rodgers in his Week 15 win against the Packers, and he also broke up 2 passes. And next is RG3, who led the Redskins to another loss, but he did have 236 yards and a score, and 1 called back off QB scramble that was unfair. And Kendrick Lewis, an 86 overall free safety for the Texans, who had a pick 6 against Andrew Luck, 2 pass breakups, and 5 tackles. Next is Jeremy Hill, who had 23 fantasy points for me. They won 30-0 against the Browns. He had 2 touchdowns and 148 rushing yards. Next is the seasoned veteran Aqib Talib off the Broncos, the elite version, who had 8 tackles, 3 passes broken up, an interception, and the win over the Chargers. Greg Olsen, tight end from the Panthers, is next, who happened to have a fantastic game, and I think he did good. He had 110 yards and maybe a touchdown or just 10 catches. But next is Jason Pierre-Paul, who, like I said, had 2.5 sacks, a forced fumble, 6 quarterback hits, 7 tackles, and the Giants are 2-0. And Antonio Brown, finally, who had 123 yards, led them to being 9-5 and giving them playoff hopes. So thank you guys again for watching. McFlurpy's out. Peace.